world's smallest nation. I'm a very small country with only 4 citizens and just over 200 square meters. Those are like yards, which are like feet, only bigger. I'm actually an old abandoned British fort. After we were left here on our own, we crowned a prince and he declared our independence.
The time was World War II. Hitler had control over Germany. From September of 1940 to May of 1941, London was suffering from the German Blitzkrieg.
Shortly after the outbreak of World War II in the UK, special structures known as sea forts were built and placed in the Thames estuary to help protect London and its surrounding areas from air and sea enemy invasion. The objective was for radar equipment, which was new technology at the time, to be installed on the forts alongside anti-aircraft guns and other defence equipment, to act as an early warning system for and deal with enemy attacks and mine laying.
Time skip over to the 1960s, when pirate radio was popular in England. The music that was played on the BBC was anything but the hit genres of the decade. To satisfy the public, pirate radio stations began to broadcast from the abandoned sea forts or ships sailing offshore.
Enter Paddy Roy Bates, a former British Army major and a pirate radio broadcaster.
Paddy Roy Bates set up his radio station, Radio Essex, on Ruff's Tower in international waters.
On the 28th of September 1966, Roy Bates was served with a court summons alleging his breach of the new Wireless Telegraphy Act, which was passed to outlaw such unauthorised broadcasting. Bates fought the case on what was perceived to be good grounds and renamed Radio Essex BBMS, Britain's Better Music Station. But his radio operations were finally outlawed after his court appeal failed and the station ceased broadcasting on the 18th of January 1967. Using his preeminent business skills, worldwide contacts and his knowledge of the UK and international territorial waters and wireless telegraphy laws, he identified and grasped a legal opportunity to set up his own principality. After the closure of Radio Essex and BBMS, Roy and his wife Joan, a former beauty queen of the 60s, set up home on the more northerly Ruff's Tower, renamed it Sealand and claimed it as their own independent state.
Currently, all we have to offer people is an official noble title, starting at £29 apiece. That's cheap. You'll get to choose between being a lord, lady, baron, or baroness.
Even though internationally Sealand is known and recognised as an independent country and a legitimate principality, the British government still refused to recognise Sealand's sovereignty or even its existence, in spite of the latest UK Ordnance Survey tourist map labelling it otherwise. Security is tight and worldwide interest is gaining rapidly in this otherwise mysterious and isolated place. Living conditions aboard improved, tendering arrangements for food, fuel and other essential supplies were also made secure, and there were plans to turn the venture into a European free trade zone. Sealand even produced its own postage stamps, passports and coinage. There was even a marriage ceremony on the Principality. Although the fortress has been constantly manned since 1967, several takeover bids have been launched against Sealand since its inception.
sales pitch. Describe Sealand.
The sales pitch. Well, I don't know whether it's quite for sale or for assignment to another party, because it's very difficult to, or impossible to sell sovereignty. But I suppose the sales pitch is it's two concrete towers with a steel platform on the top, and in each concrete tower there's 8 rooms. And starting at the bottom there's a magazine, a wartime magazine, that where the ammunition was kept for the fortress. And moving up from there, the next room, there's a chapel and some storage space. And then the rooms above that are mostly accommodation and storage. The top 2 floors in the concrete towers are generator rooms. And then on the platform on the top, there's the normal household type accommodation.